So basically to change the connectors, Harley has all different crimpers depending on what connector goes with what. Basically, yeah. Yeah.
Each connector has a different style of pin, and each pin has a different crimper.
Exactly.
There's a crimp that goes on the wire itself, and then there's another part that crimps to the insulation, keep it from sliding off and whatnot. So. And those, and then some of them have different jaws that you can actually switch out. So I mean, the one crimper will actually be good for, you know, the different wire gauges or different styles of pins made by the same company. So it's a lot, and a lot of people think that it doesn't really matter what crimper you use, but it's very easy to screw up these pins. I mean, they're very, very small, especially with, you know, like this style and the new mini Deutsch style. I mean, the pins are minuscule.
These crimpers, they actually, like, this one has a spot with a little hole in it that the round barrel connector actually goes into to support the connector. So when it crimps it, it doesn't bend the pin.
Holds it straight.
Yep.
Yeah, these things, I mean, you don't want to be taking a pair of pliers and trying to crimp your own connectors on, because you're just going to have poor connections and stuff's not going to work. They're very finicky on resistance.
The question is, are you ready? I was born ready. Got it. See it. Doing it.
So right now, the map that you have in your ECM is what? The old map? Or
Nope,
you
we
guys-
already
updated.
Yep. Took care of that because it's pretty
Just a
boring.
guess, but
It's pretty boring to watch people dick around on the computer, so we saved you that. But yeah,
One thing with this bike, it does have a Thundermax in it.
Oh,
Something that we normally
yeah.
have not messed with. That's another reason why I did that ahead of time, because I haven't done that before.
we were like,
This
There's always a learning curve whenever you
Is
have
that-
something new.
that's just the Thundermax with the bait, or is it Thundermax Auto Tune?
It's an auto tune.
But you're giving
You
it a
still
good
have
base
to
map.
put.
yeah, it's basically like, you know, learning a new language. You have to have a certain base to go from.
I honestly don't know how good it works.
I guess we'll see.
I have one buddy that likes it, and another one that had one, and after 2 years with the O2 sensors,
Yep.
is having all kinds of problems. He didn't know what it was. Change out the O2 sensors, boom.
Yeah.
2 years later,
Same thing.
same thing. Change out the O2 sensors,
So
fine.
we had one fail too,
Ev-
so
Yeah, every 2 years he's going through O2 sensors.
sometimes, like anything, you get it, seems like the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know, probably wouldn't be that great if you were out in the middle of nowhere. and
Right.
working.
That's what I said when he told me that. I said, I'm not buying one.
I dropped it. It's on your side.
Here.
You know, we've got many more bikes with super tuners on them, running fine and racking up mileage than we do any of the auto tune
Yeah.
ones out
I
there,
would
so.
suggest a super tuner, just because this is an auto tune, it tunes itself, you can't see it, you know? With a super tuner, I know it's tuned, you know, when I'm done with it, I know it's right.
Is that?
There's no guesswork.
I suppose the same auto function that can tune it in can tune it out.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly. And that's what my buddy was finding. It was, once it stopped adjusting, his map wasn't close enough
Yeah,
that it started to really run like crap.
I think that's.
And that was one of the suggestions from them, was to get a closer base map.
That's the
And that's
biggest,
the only thing it's doing, is it's close
Yeah.
and it's masking it, you know? And the auto tune maybe it's not doing anything. And you don't know it.
Plus, if we set something up, we have a baseline for things, so if you were to be riding your bike with a super tuner and all of a sudden you say, hey man, this thing doesn't feel the way it used to feel,
Yeah.
these guys can pull it in, put it on the dyno and go, yeah, you know, this has changed, this needs to be tweaked, or no, you're still right where you were, so there's an issue that may be a mechanical issue or something else.
Sure.
Whereas with the
No,
auto tune, is it compensating, or, you know, it'd be nice if it printed out something and said, hey, we had, you know, it adjusted such and such, then you're thinking about, well, did it adjust because of a mechanical issue? I'm sure there are pros and cons.
Well, it's like power commanders, you know, there's people that swear by them, but then there's people who